All right, how's everybody doing? This is the Comicsamurai. I want to welcome you to my next video. And tonight, we're going to be doing another Let's Rank challenge. This is where we look at a run on a series and assign every cover a letter grade from A to F, and then pick our favorite and award it that special S tier ranking. And tonight, we're going to be looking at PC Comics anthology series titled Twisted Tales that came out in 1982. So let's go ahead and jump right in. First up, we got this issue number 1 with a beautiful Richard Corbin cover. Now, he is my favorite horror artist. I really like his style, his colors. He really has an eye, a knack, for capturing gruesome stories and images. I love his work, and this whole series reminds me of Tales from the Crypt, The Crypt Keeper, that twisted sense of humor. It's pretty lighthearted, but it is a good horror anthology series, and this one came out swinging. I love this image of the damsel in distress in the house. The zombies are breaking through the windows there. Very reminiscent of Romero's Night of the Living Dead. This is a beautiful cover, and he came out with a strong A on this premiere issue. Now, like I said, this was an anthology series, meaning each comic issue had many stories in it, short stories with different artists and writers, and it was all just fun. If you didn't like the story, it was only real short. You could just skip to the next one. This issue number 2 has got a cover done by Bernie Wrightson. He's another one that's right up there in the horror anthology art series with Corben. I love how he draws scary things like Swamp Thing, and this is no exception. You've got this man chasing these 2 kids with a rope around his waist that has all these decapitated heads on it. And I like myself a good decapitation cover. They're few and far between. But I like that PC could get away with red blood on the cover too. But the colors on this series were one of the highlights for me. These bright colors that they used in the trade dress really complemented the colors in the main image. This one is another beauty, and I'm giving Wrightson's a strong A. What a fun one. Next up, we got issue number 3, and this is another Richard Corbin cover here, and it's got the security guard shining a flashlight on this dinosaur. And this is a very carnivorous dinosaur there. It's a man-eater. It's got a taste for human flesh. You can see the debris down there, but you really get the feeling from the colors and the mood on this one that you're in the sewers. And this guy is in trouble. I love this one. It's one of my favorites, and I'm giving this one another A. All right, next up we got issue number 4, and this one is an image done by John Bolton, and he is one of the most underrated artists of all of comics. His style can be painted like this to very illustrative. It just is a great artist, and I love John Bolton. But this image of this damsel in the cave there, and you see this cadaver floating in the water, it's gruesome. But what gets me and what's scary about this one is the silhouette, that shadow. Somebody's stalking her. Somebody's coming. Is she going to get caught? I don't know. But it's a beautiful image, and I'm giving this one a B. All right. Next up, we got issue number 5 here. And this is another Corbin cover here. And it features this zombie right in the center there. And what I like about this one is the reaction of all the people around there. That's the key to this one. I mean, anybody can draw a gory zombie or ghoul. But it takes a real artist to capture the reactions, to get that emotion across. And I do like the sickly purple and green on this cover. It's another good one, and I'm giving it a B. They kept this series pretty lighthearted. There was a very small amount of nudity, and the gore was kept pretty much contained. But this is issue number 6 here, and it's got another beautiful cover here. This is a John Bolton cover again. And you've got this figure looking down here at this female corpse, and it's like, is she made of wax? What happened to her that she's like melting there? This is the most gruesome, gory cover that we've had yet, and it really does catch your eye. Look at that bright red in the trade dress there. It's like, buy this comic book, and it really did grab your attention. I'm giving this one a B. Next up, we got issue number 7 here, and this one is one of my favorites. You've got this old lady doing some knitting, and she's looking up on her mantle, and she sees a disembodied head, probably her husband's there, and I just like that image. They did do a pretty good likeness of William Shatner there. I don't know if that's who it was supposed to be. But another thing I noticed on this one is that clock. Now, I have a clock like this in my house, and the Roman numerals on it are wrong. the number 4, it's always bothered me, is 4 I's instead of IV. And this clock is the same one. It must be the way they do clocks so you don't get the 4 and the 6 confused. In any event, I do like this image there. And it's got a little bit of humor, a little bit of horror, and there's another cadaver head back there. This is a fun one, and I'm giving it a B. Next up, we got issue number 8 here. And while I do like this image, and it recalls Mars Attacks, it's very reminiscent of that card series. This is my least favorite of the run, probably. Just this boy being attacked by this man-eating plant that's coming out of the sewer grate. It's a trope that's pretty used, and it's a little bit overused. It's almost a cliche. And the white outline, sometimes I like that, but when it's just like they're glowing, if it's not explained why, it does separate the foreground from the background, but in this one it didn't work very well, and I'm just giving this one a C. Alright, now this was only a 10-issue limited series, so this is issue 9, the second to last one. And it's another beautiful cover here, and you've got this worker here sharpening his blade there, and you don't even want to know what's going on in the background there. It's the more you look, the more details you see, the more interesting this cover is. I looked at this one and I noticed the guy's got a peg leg, like a pirate there. And I don't know what that means, but it does beg you to open it and find out what this guy's story is. And he's got a grinding wheel there, a sharpening stone. I like this one, but it only gets a C from me. Alright, last one here is issue number 10, and I really do like this one. It's very reminiscent of the Return of the Living Dead, that zombie movie they made in the 80s. This one has the colors, the theme, the same feel as that movie poster, and it's just a beautiful image there. You've got that sickly yellow pale sun circling that image of the zombie, carrying that woman in distress, the lady in red, and all these zombies coming after her. But the colors on this one, look at how they use the purple and green motif in the image there, and it's reflected in the trade dress there. I love it when they do that. This whole comic book works. I'm glad they tied it up on this one. And what a great way to wrap up this series. I'm going to give this one an A. Alright, well now that we have them all ranked, let's go ahead and take a look at the ones in the A tier. Alright, we've got these 4 issues here. Let's go ahead and find out which one is our favorite. We've got this number 1 here with the beautiful Richard Corbin cover. Number 2 here with the Bernie Wrightson decapitation cover. Issue number 3 with that beautiful Corben dinosaur, and issue number 10, that zombie scene. I love this first one. It's so reminiscent of Romero. I love a good decapitation cover, and I love seeing the dinosaur eating people. You just don't see that very often. You always imagine it, but to see it on the cover, I like that, and the colors are so good on that one. However, this issue number 10 has got to take the crown for me. There's just something about the color and the tone and the way this one was illustrated that just sums up a good horror comic book for me. It can't be that serious. It can't be all grime and ghoul and pile of guts. I don't like that. But when there's a little bit of humor, a little bit of personality to it, I love that. And you can see that main ghoul. He's like the rock star. The other ones are cheering him on. But what gets me, and what this puts this one head and shoulders above the others, is that one skeleton in the lower corner there who's kind of looking back over his shoulder at the viewer. It kind of includes you in the story there, and you're like, oh no, the ghouls have seen me. They're going to come after me next there. And that sickly sun. They're in a graveyard. They've got the gravestone there. Everything on this one just screams fun, Halloween, ghoulish, anthology horror series to me. And I love this one, and I'm happy to give it my S tier ranking. Well, that was a lot of fun. Let me know if there's any other titles, series, artists, writers that you'd like me to rank. Thanks again, and have a great night.